House Democrats are on track to claim 4 seats in Virginia after voters passed a redistricting referendum Tuesday night, threatening to tip the House balance. Republicans are now looking to Florida, where Governor Ron DeSantis is facing pressure to redraw state lines in an attempt to maintain the GOP's House majority. Joining me now is our friend Larry Sabato, director of the Center for Politics at the University of Virginia and editor-in-chief of the Crystal Ball. So welcome, Larry. Look, we're seeing fractures in the GOP, some expressing regret and buyer's remorse. So how should the Trump administration interpret Tuesday's results? Has the gerrymander strategy that Trump started in Texas backfired, or is it too early to make final predictions?
No, it backfired, and no question about it. They had hoped to get a half a dozen, maybe even 10 seats additional locked in for the Republicans by having Republican governors and state legislatures where they control them to grab Democratic seats, as Trump said when he first went to Texas. We're entitled to those seats. Well, of course, that's utterly ridiculous. But in doing what he did, he opened Pandora's box. Apparently, Trump and his aides thought that Democrats didn't have the wherewithal to respond or wouldn't have the guts to respond. And they were very, very wrong. And Democrats have been responding all over the country, especially in California and, surprisingly enough, in Virginia.
But Virginia, the circuit court judge there is blocking the vote results. As you know, they're denying the Democrats these 4 extra seats in the House, at least for now. State Attorney General Jay Jones responded saying an activist judge should not have veto power over the people's vote. Could this lawsuit derail what voters passed?
Oh, it could. They have the power potentially to knock it off the ballot. This judge is just a circuit court judge from one county. Now, it's a big county in Southwest Virginia, Tazewell County. He's Republican. The county is very Republican, voted 88% no on the referendum. But you're absolutely correct in suggesting that this one county shouldn't necessarily have the right to negate the referendum now that it's been held. And over 3 million people showed up to vote, which is an extraordinary total, only 10% lower than the gubernatorial election last November. In April, we never have elections in April. So I would think the court would realize that this is an extremely serious matter if they did overturn a popularly supported referendum that won by 3 points. It wasn't a big margin, but it wasn't a squeaker either.
So after the dust settles in Virginia, and let's add Florida to it, how many seats do you see Democrats gaining in the House? Crystal ball time.
Oh, you're talking about overall, not just including the redistricted seats throughout the country. Well, you're being very tough on me, Alex. You were a friend, and I'm really surprised you've done this.
Maybe not for long.
I know that's okay. The key is this. Frankly, if the Democrats don't take over the House of Representatives, I think everybody in my field is going to resign their position because the omens couldn't be better for Democrats. I know it's 6 months away from Election Day. I know a million things can happen. I'll be shocked if gas prices are back down to $2.98 a gallon, which they were before this ill-advised war with Iran began. I'll be surprised if food costs come down. They haven't since Trump took office, at least not overall. So you look at all the factors, the fact that Democrats have done so well in special election after special election in a wide variety of districts, states, and circumstances. And you have to say they've got a very good chance to take over the House. The Senate, they at least have the chance to take over the Senate, which they certainly didn't a year ago. That's a tough map for the Democrats.
Yeah. All right, Larry Sabato, I'm never going to let you be anything but my friend. Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon.